Hey everyone, it's Hindash and I'm here with Cosmo. Cosmo, say hi. He's camouflaging within my jacket. I am beyond thrilled for today's video because we have more mature models, which I really want to do more of. I enjoy it. It's where my passion lies, actually. I love doing bridal, I love doing mother of the bride, and I love doing everything in between. I think what I love about this type of makeup is true ultimate enhancement and just using the right amount where you need it to elevate certain things, to highlight certain aspects, and to just make you look like you, but better. And my model for today is the beautiful Maria. I mean, she is stunning and I can't wait to have her on my channel already. As soon as she left, well, while she was leaving, we both agreed that we want to do so many more videos. Because meeting someone for the first time and doing their makeup for the first time, I immediately think of what I'm going to do differently, what I want to do next, what different looks I envision her in. So I am already excited. Today's video will feature a lot of skin. The foundation portion is sponsored by Tier, so that's really exciting. I've loved the brand ever since I bought the cushion foundations in Japan in 2022 or 23, way before they went viral globally. They only had 3 shades and I've loved them ever since. So I'm really happy to see them kind of blow up and expand because it is such an amazing, unique product. A little goes a long way. You can use it as concealer, as foundation, as a bit of a tint, but I will be demonstrating everything. And as always, I really hope you enjoyed this video and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Can't wait to hear your thoughts and to show you what's coming next. Bye. All right, so here we have the beautiful Maria, and as you know, I really love to take the time to analyze the skin and figure out what I want to do with the overall look as I'm doing skin prep. So this step is not only very important in kind of relaxing my models and getting them comfortable and in the mood, but it's a great step for me to really take in the model's features, her personality, and what I really want to bring forward. Starting off with an OG, this is the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. You know how much I love this. I've used this on my channel for years now. I would say almost 7 years, if not more, which is insane. And then trying in new things. So this is the Tier Milk Skin Toner. And I do love a milky toner in hydrating, especially if I'm building up layers for a moisturized base. For example, I really love the Rhode one. I think that is an amazing product. And that's what I was kind of getting from this product too. So just adding layers all over the skin as a toner and basically as a base skin prep. And of course, massaging this in. And it is a great way to start this skin prep. Another OG product that I'm pulling out is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and I'm really going in with a generous layer because what I have in mind for this is I really want to go in with skin prep and massaging the skin with different tools. So I want a very emollient moisturizer. I want something that has a lot of slip and will also double as both my moisturizer for the look and my primer for the look. And Charlotte does this perfectly. I love this cream alongside the Bobbi Brown. I think they're both amazing all-in-one makeup moisturizer primers. Another favorite tool of mine, this is from Rifa, and I love their tools. I got this from Beautylish and it is incredible. I have 2, one for me and one for my kid. Every person I've used this on just raves about it and they feel so relaxed and it's just incredible. I love, hitting the points of the face. I love hitting the lymphatic drainage points and just really moving everything up and downwards to really, get that blood circulation going and make the models feel amazing. This is a collagen lifting eye cream from Tier again, and I'm applying a generous layer underneath the eyes, around the nose and mouth. So any areas that I would feel would have dry patches when I apply makeup, just kind of predicting over here, making sure I have those areas covered and primed. Very lightweight product. And adding any lip balm of your choice. Now the complexion star of the show is the Tier Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. And like I said, I've been a fan of this product for a while now, but I've never used it on camera. And as you can see, first initial tap in is full coverage. This product is really full coverage, but it's very thin. And that's what I love about it, is that you can really customize and control how this product goes on depending on what you use and what tools you use with it. So skin prep is very important and buffing the product in is very important. The sponge that comes with it is great for touch-ups. If you're kind of light-handed and quick with application, it could work beautifully as a full all-over application, but I really prefer going in with a brush. And I really think this product shines when tapped in as well, when you stipple it in, because it does have a very long wearing property to it. It doesn't crack, it doesn't like settle into fine lines, which you will see in this video. It is really an amazing product. You might have to play around with how you apply it. And I think skin prep is very important, so definitely go in with your regular moisturizers and go in with your sunscreen, even though this has a built-in sunscreen as well, which I'm not using sunscreen on Maria in this video because it is just a tutorial and she's not really, going out. But for everyday use, definitely use a sunscreen. Now, as you can see, this finish is beautiful, and I am applying the sponge in certain areas where I feel I could add a tiny bit more coverage. Tap in whatever is left on the cap of the product, which is also a great tip. And I'm removing the excess product from her molds, which I always love to do. Now for the second method of applying this, which is how I would usually apply it personally. And this is with a more dense concealer brush or foundation brush, but something kind of fluffy, dense, and on the medium side, not too large. You could go in with a larger brush, but it will be more coverage than you might like, which is why I like to start slow and build this up. This is almost like strategic concealing, or just, covering areas that you want to brighten up or conceal. And I do like this method because you can always build up, you can always add more. And then when you're applying bronzer, if you apply bronzer and blush, certain areas will feel more even once you've added those layers, which I will eventually. And as you can see, I'm also applying this as concealer, and it works incredibly as concealer. I really love how it looks. It doesn't settle, it doesn't really crease. I haven't really touched up the eyes throughout the video. I just tap it a bit with a brush, and it held up beautifully. So again, nice lightweight stippling motions and just evening out all these areas. I'm also applying this in areas that I want to bring forward, so sort of highlighting these areas with more product, and that's going to be around the jawline and cheeks. And once I'm happy with the overall coverage that I've achieved, I'm going to be tapping in with the sponge and just blending in those areas. For the forehead, I don't want to go in with too much product because I am going to be applying a bronzer contour. So I don't want to kind of layer on heavy unnecessary product. But I really love the overall effect and overall look on Maria. I think this looks incredible. For bronzer and contour, I'm mixing two tones yet again. And this is the Dior Forever Contour Sticks. I'm using the shade Light and the shade Tan, because the shade Tan has a nice warm bronze undertone and Light is quite light and gray toned. So mixing those two gives me that beautiful in between. And once I have this mix, I'm just stippling it on the forehead, starting with the areas that I want most of that sun-kissed glow. And then going down the nose, the chin, and eventually the cheekbones. I don't want to go in with an intense cheekbone contour because I don't want to really go for that look. I've talked about this in the previous video with Caroline as well. I don't want a heavy contoured look on mature skin. I just want to bring in more dimension and more of a sun-kissed color. Just kind of bring the color back in the face, because that foundation really did a great job at neutralizing and canceling out any tones. So it is important for me to bring back the healthy tones. For blush, I'm taking this Huda Beauty blush filter, and this is one of the new shades. I think it is the Sunset Guava. It's a beautiful peachy color, and I really felt like going for peachy tones on Maria because she has those beautiful dark green eyes. And I really think these colors would really brighten up her face and bring this sun-kissed dimension and really just make the skin look alive, as opposed to more pink tones. This will add that sun-kissed glow. Just stippling it on the apples of the cheeks even, and going up into the cheekbones and back into the hairline. So I'm not afraid to really bring this far into the face, as opposed to just a classic lifted look, which we've done way too much of, and I want sun-kissed, beautiful skin. A touch on the chin and the forehead to kind of bring that in and tie it in with the bronzer. Now for eyes, I'm going in with my color fluid in the shade Carve and applying it directly on the eyes and blending in with a synthetic fluffy brush. Again, it is important to use synthetic brushes with more of liquid shadows because they will grab onto the brushes, onto natural hair brushes, because they have more waterproof, long-wearing qualities. So I always recommend synthetic brushes. And really blending this all over into the crease and slightly smoking it around the edges. Nothing precise whatsoever. You can even do this with your fingers, to be honest, as long as you're just blending that initial color and tapping away the edges, just to create that beautiful, warm, soft tan brown all over the eyes. I'm also going in with the brush that I used concealer with and just buffing the edges lightly. Now for the second base color, I'm taking the Westman Atelier highlighter, and this is the peachy one, and applying a thin layer all over the eyes. So you have the base of that beautiful brown, the tan brown, and then you have a champagne cream that's going all over the lids. And what I love about a nice soft champagne shadow is it just lifts the eyes and eliminates any look of, creases, wrinkles. It really does the opposite. Because a lot of people have this misconception of shimmery shadows looking creasy on the eyes, whereas the right textures could really smooth everything out beautifully. Then going in with my eye tone pencil in Intra, this is a chocolate brown. I am tracing along the lash line just very thinly all over the lash line. You don't need to be too precise, and then take a pencil brush and really smudge and blend this into the lash line and slightly above. So don't blend this too far out. You're just moving that product back and forth and setting it and making sure that it is all the way in the lash line. It's not choppy, it's not patchy. You really want to create a thickness to the lashes and a fuller look. You can go in directly on the brush as well and just really get into the inner corners. So we have the eyes beautifully framed. And already, you can even stop here, put some mascara, and you're done. But I'm setting that cream highlighter on the eyes with my gradient highlighter in the shade Doll Dynasty, which is also a champagne. And again, I'm taking off the excess and just tapping in whatever is left on my finger for that very ethereal, soft glow. That's very even, not chunky. It's gonna look like the eyes are lit from within. I love this technique. Very simple, very effective. With a brush, I'm going into the inner corners for that soft inner corner highlight. Then going back in with my pencil, and with that pencil brush, I'm applying this all underneath the lower lash line to really smoke out the lower lashes very softly. I'm not going for an intense look, and setting it with my gradient highlighter again. And this softens the blend and adds a bit of that twinkle to the brown as she's turning. With the Nabla eyebrow pencil, I'm adding feather-like strokes all over the brows. This is a blonde shade, which I love because it doesn't deposit too much color. It is just the right amount. And Maria already has great brows, so I'm just, enhancing any gaps and making sure I'm just tapping away any excess if I feel like some spots are a bit more intense, because that can happen with this type of product. And when I'm happy with that shape, I'm just setting them with the Benefit Brow Gel, brushing up and into place. For mascara, I'm taking the YSL Lash Clash Mascara and adding layers on the top lashes. I do add a bit on the lower lashes eventually, just very lightweight. But I really love this mascara. This has been my go-to. I pretty much use it all the time. It is amazing. Really opens up the eyes and just makes the eyelashes look fluttery. I am adding outer corner lashes to the outer corners. And the lips is where things get quite interesting because I start with the Victoria Beckham Contour Stylo. This is the lightest shade. And I'm just contouring the top and bottom lip, which to be honest, I don't know if she needed. And then doing the tip of the nose very lightly and blending away. Back with that brow pen again, I'm just enhancing any of her freckles and moles because again, I love doing this. I really think it just brings life back into the skin. Back with the lips, I'm filling in with the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut lip pencil. I love this color. This is one of my go-tos, always in my kit. And whenever I'm doing makeup on someone new, this is basically the first pencil I will reach for if I feel like they suit that look. And enhancing the outer corners with MAC Stone, which again is a great pencil. I also love their new grayish one. Blending away with the lip brush and doing the trick that I've been doing lately, which is applying a bit of my highlighter tapped in to the center of the lip very lightly, because then we're going to kind of mesh and mold other colors on top of it. So it's not going to be as intense. It will look a bit intense now. With that Tier foundation, I'm cleaning up the edges for a crisp line because we did do a lot of blending around the lips and I didn't want it to look too messy, which it kind of did at some point. But again, it gave this beautiful airbrushed lip. Going over it with the Wherever Walnut again to soften the shimmer. And I really love the lips here, to be honest. I wish I stopped here. But I feel like a bit of a gloss would have been nice. But I'm going in with the Tier Waterism lip tint. And for some reason, this just made the lips look twice as big, which is great if you really want your lips to look plumper and bigger with that extra shine. But for some reason, it just really made the lips the focal point as I'm looking at it now. So that's one thing I would change if I redid this look. I would tone down the lips back to that satin, beautifully soft, like satin feel. I added a bit of highlighter to the center of the face, and I'm touching up the edges and the corners a bit with that foundation again. Nothing crazy, just blending away any edges. And setting the entire face with this tier makeup fixer. With a tiny bit of translucent powder, I'm setting the center of the face, which she didn't need, to be honest, but on camera it did look extra shiny. So this look could go without powder. And that is the final look on Maria. Very soft apricot peaches, a bit of pinks, and a beautiful champagne glow all over with perfected skin. I really love this. Maria was amazing and we had so much fun. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I can't wait to share more videos with you that I have already pre-filmed. So stay tuned and I will see you in the next one. Bye.